that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your...
Reports indicate that federal authorities have uncovered findings connected to Floyd Mayweather's residence that have sparked widespread controversy throughout the boxing world. Known for his undefeated career and extravagant lifestyle, Mayweather is now facing increasing legal and financial scrutiny. The boxing icon, who built a massive empire through both his success in the ring and various business ventures, is dealing with allegations that could potentially harm his reputation and raise fresh concerns about the way his finances have been managed.
Like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats.
Floyd Mayweather is currently the subject of a $4 million RICO lawsuit filed by Miami jeweler Leonard Shapiro, who alleges that Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, TMT, were involved in multiple offenses including fraud, conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. According to the claims, Mayweather purchased several luxury items, including expensive watches, a diamond necklace, and a ring, but allegedly failed to complete payment, leaving nearly $4 million unpaid. Text messages have reportedly been submitted as supporting evidence. The lawsuit adds to a broader history of legal and financial disputes connected to Mayweather, including previous claims involving unpaid debts and financial issues. If the allegations are proven in court, they could result in significant financial penalties and serious damage to his public image. At the same time, unverified accusations regarding possible money laundering activity have also surfaced, although details remain unclear. Combined with reports of a past financial dispute in Dubai that was eventually resolved, these developments have renewed public debate about Mayweather's financial management, business dealings, and lifestyle despite his reputation as one of boxing's wealthiest athletes.
Found out from a source, Floyd Money Mayweather can't leave Dubai because him and his sidekick, they had stole millions of jewelry last time they was out in Dubai. So when he try to leave, it's gonna run through the system and they gonna arrest his ass. So that's why Floyd...
These legal and financial controversies have created uncertainty around Floyd Mayweather, a figure whose influence has extended far beyond the boxing ring through the Money Team and its impact on modern boxing promotion. If the allegations ultimately lead to convictions or major financial consequences, they could affect both his business interests and standing within the sport. As a result, many in the boxing community are questioning what lies ahead for Mayweather and whether he can overcome these challenges or if portions of his business empire may come under pressure. At the same time, previous disputes and internal disagreements, including his split with Leonard Ellerbe, have resurfaced, with claims that Ellerbe has since shared information regarding Mayweather and the operations of his promotional company, bringing additional attention to his business and personal affairs.
Like, you don't think Twitter holds a lot of substance, but did you see some of the rumors flying around about Leonard might be leaving Mayweather Promotions?
Man, I don't listen to none of that stuff. I'm doing what I do. I'm doing what I do.
Is there any truth to any of that?
No.
That's a resounding no.
According to various reports, tensions increased because of Leonard Ellerbe's close relationship with Gervonta Davis, a world champion who later separated from Mayweather Promotions. This reportedly added strain to an already complicated situation. Reports have also pointed to ongoing disagreements between Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather Jr., with Jeff Mayweather suggesting there were internal conflicts and growing pressure within the camp. In a recent interview, Ellerbe reportedly confirmed parts of Jeff's account, including claims that he was placed in a difficult position and pressured to choose sides. One of the central issues allegedly involved a $33 million dispute connected to Gervonta Davis during their working relationship, with Ellerbe said to have acted as a mediator to avoid legal action. Reports further suggest Davis considered pursuing a lawsuit after his victory over Frank Martin, a development that may have contributed to Mayweather's decision to move on from Ellerbe. At the same time, Mayweather is now facing fresh legal challenges after Miami jeweler Leonard Shapiro filed a lawsuit alleging fraud and theft connected to luxury jewelry purchases made in 2021, with both Mayweather and rapper T.I. named in the case.
I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. I remember like a couple bucks. Greg, come with me. extra for me. I didn't get these. Yeah. I did?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Don't do it for we make it that stuff.
Leonard Shapiro, owner of Linzo & Company, filed a lawsuit in Miami federal court on August 23 under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, accusing Floyd Mayweather and the money team of fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, civil theft, and related violations. According to the complaint, Shapiro sold several luxury items, including an Audemars Piguet watch, 2 Richard Mille watches, a Patek Philippe watch, a rose gold Rolex Presidential Daydate, as well as a diamond necklace and ring. He claims that full payment was never received. The lawsuit alleges that Mayweather only made 2 partial payments totaling roughly $267,000 before leaving a remaining balance unpaid despite continued negotiations through representatives. According to the filing, approximately $3.8 million remains outstanding. The case also references similar allegations involving rapper T.I., adding further attention to broader disputes involving luxury purchases and alleged non-payment.
It's online that Floyd's a billionaire.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. They're claiming he was doing $100 million a fight, and I'm claiming he in his whole career has made a...
In recent months, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly been connected to several multi-million-dollar legal disputes. One lawsuit filed in January by Eduardo Martinez alleges that he was assaulted by Mayweather's security team at a Yard House restaurant in Los Angeles after attempting to film the boxer. Martinez claims the situation escalated into physical violence and an attempt to seize his phone. He is seeking approximately $3 million in damages related to emotional distress, humiliation, and injuries. Separately, Miami New Times reported that Leonard Shapiro filed another major lawsuit accusing Mayweather and the money team of RICO violations, fraud, breach of contract, civil conspiracy, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. The complaint also names rapper T.I. and centers on allegations involving unpaid luxury items. According to the lawsuit, Shapiro supplied Mayweather with several high-end watches and jewelry pieces but only received about $267,000 in partial payments before the remaining balance allegedly went unpaid. The filing further claims confidentiality demands and phone restrictions were imposed during negotiations, adding even more controversy to the ongoing legal battles.
Weather Gotti thing yesterday. So John Gotti, the mobster, his grandson,
the brawl.
he was holding. So Floyd is just piecing him up. You know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, "That's it. I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me. I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this. Floyd catches him with a counter right there. Bang! It became...
Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, has reportedly claimed that Floyd Mayweather overestimated the financial returns expected from exhibition fights. According to these accounts, Mayweather viewed certain events as a way to relieve financial pressure, while Ellerbe suggested the earnings would fall between $20 million and $25 million, an amount he implied would still be insufficient to meet alleged obligations. These statements have fueled speculation among fans, with some questioning Ellerbe's motives after leaving the company and accusing him of revealing private business matters. Others believe the tension had been building behind the scenes for years, pointing to ongoing disagreements within Mayweather's business circle. The situation has also been linked to larger changes involving Mayweather Promotions, including Gervonta Davis leaving the company and public criticism from figures such as Oscar de la Hoya, all of which have contributed to continued controversy surrounding Mayweather's business affairs.
Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen.
Rick Glazer has commented on Floyd Mayweather's recent public appearances, suggesting they either challenge earlier accusations made by Gervonta Davis or indicate that Mayweather may have briefly traveled abroad before returning around May. Leonard Ellerbe, meanwhile, has reportedly made more serious claims, alleging that Mayweather was involved in financial disputes in Dubai and that his departure was connected to resolving debts and frozen accounts tied to business matters. Supporters of these claims often reference Ellerbe's previous role as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, arguing that he may have had inside knowledge of the situation. However, many of these allegations remain unverified and highly disputed. Other reports suggest Mayweather continued traveling internationally and maintaining his lifestyle without any confirmed legal detention or official action against him. Additional rumors involving gambling losses, financial strain, and business disagreements have circulated online, but none have been conclusively confirmed, leaving the situation surrounded by speculation and conflicting narratives rather than established facts.
Floyd was that guy, you know, and the two worlds collided, and we used that as a platform for Floyd to go on to become the biggest star in the sport. This one's different because, you know, social media.
Leonard Ellerbe was once considered one of Floyd Mayweather's closest and most trusted associates, rarely speaking publicly about him. Over time, however, growing tensions, departures from Mayweather Promotions, and claims made by former employees and associates have led to increased public discussion about alleged internal conflicts and financial controversies linked to Mayweather's business activities. Much of the speculation has focused on international ventures, particularly in Dubai, where unverified reports claim he may have been connected to financial disputes involving promotional commitments. Some stories suggest he was expected to stage a major boxing event after allegedly receiving substantial compensation but later withdrew. Other unconfirmed accounts mention gambling losses, unpaid obligations, and wider financial disagreements. These claims remain disputed and unsupported by strong evidence. Additional rumors from unnamed sources have created conflicting narratives regarding whether Mayweather ever faced travel restrictions or legal pressure abroad, while others insist he continued living normally and participating in exhibitions such as his bout with John Gotti III. As a result, the overall story remains a mixture of speculation, rumors, and conflicting accounts rather than proven facts.
People always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus
you don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy going, I want to make $30 million, I didn't get paid enough. You don't ever hear guys going, yeah, they didn't pay me yet, ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights and you make them. And Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong. You do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever. The commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike. I got Mike fighting, Francis or something. The athletic commission gets the money up front, so they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states. And that's why, I don't want to on any of the other states, but you want to fight in like Nevada or California, these guys that have
the
strong
best ever, yeah.
In a surprising development, Floyd Mayweather appears to be expanding and adjusting his investment strategy, particularly in the real estate sector. Leonard Ellerbe has suggested that some of the properties involved had already been listed for sale for a considerable period, indicating that the moves may reflect strategic repositioning rather than sudden expansion. Recently, Mayweather placed several luxury properties on the market, leading some fans to question why someone with such a substantial fortune would sell valuable assets. Reports indicate that his real estate portfolio is worth hundreds of millions of dollars and includes luxury homes as well as major commercial investments. At the same time, Mayweather has publicly stated that his financial strategy is evolving. Through social media, he has emphasized building generational wealth and diversifying his investments across multiple areas of real estate. He has also highlighted owning numerous mortgage-free properties throughout the United States and suggested that some sales are part of a broader reinvestment strategy designed to strengthen his portfolio. Despite these explanations, speculation about his financial position continues, with some viewing the moves as business restructuring while others see them as routine asset management.
He was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis was once widely viewed as Floyd Mayweather's brightest prospect. Under Mayweather's guidance, he quickly climbed the ranks, captured world titles, and became one of boxing's most exciting champions. Over time, however, reports suggest their relationship began to deteriorate as Davis grew increasingly frustrated with Mayweather's management style, both professionally and personally. The tension eventually became public through interviews and social media exchanges. Davis later criticized Mayweather, accusing him of prioritizing financial interests over his long-term growth as a fighter. Their partnership ultimately ended when Davis left Mayweather Promotions and took control of his own career. Since then, rumors and insider claims have occasionally linked Davis to knowledge of alleged issues involving Mayweather's business dealings, although he has not provided verified evidence or formal accusations. Nevertheless, his departure intensified public discussion about internal conflicts within Mayweather's circle and highlighted Davis's determination to build his own legacy independently.
It's not good it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go.
Comments made by Gervonta Davis have reportedly increased attention on Floyd Mayweather as he continues dealing with legal and business-related challenges. Some observers believe statements from a former close associate naturally draw more focus to existing controversies, although no allegations have been proven in court. The situation has also sparked wider conversations within the boxing community about how young fighters are managed by powerful promoters and experienced figures, especially when financial interests and personal relationships become intertwined. As a result, many fans and analysts have begun examining whether mentor-protege relationships always serve the long-term interests of fighters. Ultimately, Davis's decision to separate himself from Mayweather represents a significant turning point in his career while continuing to fuel discussions about business control, trust, independence, and power within professional boxing.
And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap. That's a lot of bread.
Be sure to check out some of our other videos featured on your screen if you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more boxing content coming soon.